Hello everybody, how are you doing? Welcome back to Man City Unplugged, your very own Man City fan channel. Just a minute, let me just sort the audio out. Yes, I think the audio is sorted out now, and it's it's been a sort of a surprise, and I would not say surprise, but sort of a brave team selection, especially dropping Ruben Diaz to the bench and getting in John Stones. But then I would say Newcastle is a team who I would expect them to press high. So I think Pep has thought I'll need a centre back who can pass through the press, centre back who can uh, come out with the ball into the midfield, sort of outnumber the midfield if possible, things like that. So that's where John Stones is starting, I think. Vinay is here. Hey, Vinay, how are you doing? Says Silva at wing. Has Pep overthinked? I think the position of Silva is probably Jack Grealish, and Grealish is not on the bench as well. So maybe Pep has thought that he would need a sort of a technical player over there, and I think that is the reason why Silva is there. And also another thing probably is maybe I think Gundogan has started the match. I mean, so Gundogan has started the season extremely well. So I think Pep has thought, okay, Bernardo Silva is also in good form. I've seen glimpses of that in the few minutes he has played in the last two matches, but Gundogan is there. Grealish is a bit hit and a miss. Has been a bit out of form. Riyad Mahrez. Okay, so I think that's one of the other reasons why Bernardo Silva is playing. But I actually don't quite like this. That Pep is like Vinay has said. Maybe Pep has overthinked a bit because I remember, I think it was last season or something, Pep's play. Pep was trying to do the same thing. He was trying to accommodate Gundogan, De Bruyne, Grealish, Bernardo, and everyone. And it just looked that there was no tempo in the team. But I actually thought Alvarez will start today. Interesting that Pep went with Bernardo. But the only good point here is Bernardo and Foden. So he's gone with a winger who can inject tempo, who has that pace, and someone else who is like technically controlling the game. 4-2-3-1. I think it will be a 4-3-3 win. I think it will be a 4-3-3, but as we know, City don't have a fixed positional shape, but I think it will be a 4-3-3. It will be interesting to see will Bernardo play on the left wing or the right wing. I mean, I put him on the left wing over there because that's what all of the websites and everywhere I saw put him. But it will be interesting to see how Pep wants Bernardo to operate. And also another interesting thing is, will both the fullbacks stuck in like we have done in the recent matches? Because this game is against different sort of a system compared to the last two games. West Ham counter-attacking team, Bournemouth part the bus team, but Newcastle is someone who will come toe to toe with us. So I actually think we haven't played this season yet against this kind of a system. So it will be interesting if Pep will invert both the fullbacks, or he will tell maybe Walker to maintain the width, or maybe I wouldn't be surprised if Pep will tell even Cancelo to maintain the width and Bernardo cuts in. So tactics will be extremely interesting today. Vinay says he started Stones directly. I think we were actually discussing this as well, right, Vinay? That we needed at least one ball playing centre back. It's going to be either Laporte or Stones, or one of Laporte and Stones, and one of Diaz in that case. So we discussed it. I think in the last two games, Pep overcame this deficiency of not having a ball playing centre back with inverting both the fullbacks. So now the fullbacks and Rodri did the job of playing out from the back. I don't think in this match we will see both the fullbacks inverting. So very, very interesting tactics. Looking forward for the match to start. City kick off the match, and John Stones is already on the ball. See, Newcastle are already pressing high. Look at it, 3v3. They're going man to man, I think. See, the press is on. It's almost gone man to man over there. And John Stones has already been robbed of the ball. So I think this was the reason why Stones is starting. Man to man press is very interesting. Early ball in and Natanake is there, but he cannot prevent the corner. That Feroz, I mean, pressing City man to man is almost. I don't think any team can dare to do it in the Premier League. So, but Eddie Howe, as we know, is that manager who likes to get on the front foot. And this will be even more interesting because now, if they press high, that means Haaland will have space. Oh, that's an interesting set piece routine. Ball's coming in, but it's a shit ball, I think. But Ederson does extremely well, and Ederson wants to release the ball fast, but he doesn't have the chance to. They're not at all allowing us to play out. There's a man on everyone if you see. Rodri, there's no free man. You see, Gundogan is dropping back now. Right now, Kyle Walker is really inverting, is almost coming into that Rodri position. Yeah, at least as of what we have seen in this first 1.5 minute, Walker's coming in and Gundogan's dropping back alongside Rodri, and it's Cancelo who's trying to get on the outside. So tactics will be key in this match. Yeah, Bernardo is playing on the right, and Bernardo is coming deep as well. I think Pep was looking for people who could play out from pressure, and who good than Bernardo to do that. JSK is here, JSK says Chelsea in the mud. Wow, I was just watching that game against Leeds, and it, that was the worst possible match for Chelsea. Koulibaly red card, and Raheem Sterling as well, right? Especially after what he said in that interview, he said that he was fuming. He felt that he was stagnating at City, and Sterling missed two sitters, I think, in the first half as well. JSK says, by the way, I'm not watching today's match, traveling. Oh, hope that Haaland scores many goals today so that you can enjoy your travel as well. Rodri with a bit. Ah, it was over the bar. Rodri with a long shot. By the way, Bernardo was really dropping deep, so I'm still not able to get hold of the shape that we are playing in. Maybe it's a 4-2-3-1. I don't know, and it also looks like Haaland is, but Newcastle is actually playing a very high line, so Haaland should release the space, but Ake's role will be interesting today. How will Ake adapt to this? Ake, we know, is not, at least till the last season, is not the best at pressing it, playing out from the back. He's not the best at conducting the press and things like that. That's an offside, and City get the ball back. Both the teams are pressing, both the teams are cancelling each other out. It's almost like a chess match in a limited amount of space that is happening. Both the teams are playing high line, so interesting tactics from both the managers. Nathan Ake. The front three of Newcastle are almost replicating, what Liverpool's front three do to us when we play them. Almost. Then what a ball! What a ball that is from Cancelo to find Bernardo Silva. Bernardo, pass it to Kevin. Is it offside? Gundogan scores again, but I'll wait before celebrating. Gundogan scores again, maybe off. That's the thing. That's why I'll actually wait. Is it a goal? I actually thought it might be off, but is it a goal? Because in the first instance, it could be off because when Gundogan was not sure, but let me just see, let me just check, But what a ball from Cancelo it was, and Bernardo had De Bruyne over there, but he used De Bruyne as a decoy. He sold. It's close, but I actually think Gundogan is onside. The Haaland was offside, I think, but Gundogan was onside here. Yes, it's a goal. It's Gundogan. Gundogan scored. It was a cross from Cancielo from from the other fullback position to find Bernardo on the other side, and Bernardo crossing it to Gundogan and goal. What a touch! What a control from Gundogan. Guys, do you remember when Gundogan was in this side, this sort of a form last time? De Bruyne is arguing with the referee something. A goal is given. So the last time Gundogan was in this kind of a form, remember? I think it was in that COVID hit season, right? We were playing absolutely shit, ninth in the table. Then Gundo had a spectacular 3 months. He started he started the season like that. Wow, Gundo. Newcastle play a long ball up the field and Bernardo Silva clears in spectacular defensive style. But that goal was all about it was all about Cancelo, especially the Cancelo, fullback playing that cross from that fullback position. City are switching a lot. Again, another switch to find Bernardo Silva. I think the tactic from Pep here is, I think keep Cancelo wide. This is very interesting. I thought that we thought that would be the tactic, especially since he started Bernardo Silva and Walker was inverting and they were pressing man to man. But now you look, but Cancelo is overlapping and Gundo is sometimes dropping. So Cancelo is becoming the spare man. Bernardo is becoming the spare man on the other side, and excellent tactics from Pep. Very excellent tactics. Gundogan there again dropping back. What a ball out from Ederson. Cancelo. De Bruyne on the ball. De Bruyne on the ball. That's a foul. Ref. That's a foul. If De Bruyne didn't get fouled there, he would have released Haaland. He would have absolutely released Haaland over there. That would have been 2-0. JSK says Gerard Romero. Barcelona wants Gundogan from Man City. Personal terms have been agreed. Deal will be close to 30 million pounds. I don't even have words for Gerard Romero. He's behaving absolutely like a clown. And by the way, Barcelona haven't been able to register Jules Koundé. They're having problems of their own. Sergio Dest wants to leave. I mean, now Bernardo is dropping into the midfield and he's mistake from Cancelo, but he recovers. Are we playing a diamond in the midfield? No, Walker. It's a 4-2-3-1, but Walker is playing that second midfielder role, and Bernardo is staying with again. Gundogan comes forward. Gundogan just tried to dribble past one too many. JSK says it's a joke, by the way. I knew JSK. I knew it's a joke, but you, but you can never. But Gerard Romero could actually put out a sheet like this. He's that kind of a journalist, so he could not say whether it's a joke or it's a reality. Gerard Romero is capable of doing that, and I think this season Gerard Romero has just become clown more than anything else. Joao Cancel on the outside, he's maintaining weight. He tried to shoot. Newcastle are just ruffled here, but we need to get that second one fast because we are on the ascendancy here right now. Need to get the second one in there. Saint Maxim, we need to be careful of Saint Maxim here. Haaland will be itching to get a goal. What a ball, Haaland! What a ball, Haaland! What a ball, Haaland! KDB in! KDB didn't score over there. But what a ball! And people say that Haaland cannot take, Haaland cannot play in teams that don't play on the counter attack. Callum Wilson is there, and that's well done by Johnstone. Second ball. Excellent second ball. Picking up by Rodri over there. That is wonderful. By the way, guys, who do you think should be the preferred centre back partnership? Should it be Ake Stones or Ake Diaz? For me, it's always I think Stones. I think it's one ball playing centre back and one non-ball playing centre back. I think it gives us very good balance. Gundogan, Foden, Gundogan again. Cut back, Gundogan. Ah, the touch was loose from Gundogan. But Kevin De Bruyne, in the form he is in, I thought he would finish it. He would absolutely finish it. And Haaland, he gave the ball and he made a run there as well. But De Bruyne, the form he is in 1-1 with the keeper, I don't think De Bruyne is passing. That's a foul, ref. That's a foul, ref. Dish out some yellows, ref. Who is this ref? Someone called a Gillette. Someone. He's a new ref, I think. We should send him for some lessons to Michael Oliver. But the ball from Haaland was just beauty. And still, even after the last game, people were saying that oh, Haaland had a very bad game. He was creating space, man. Kevin De Bruyne on the free kick. That's well defended, and it's Bernardo Silva again. He's done very well with the ball. Ake has done well. Newcastle are looking to break here. Well read by Bernardo Silva. Very well read. Don't know what position Bernardo is playing literally. Gundogan, I can't even tell who is playing what position over here because it's so fluid. I can't even define a shape. Everyone's just everywhere. Ah, the ball just didn't fall for anyone over there. Kyle Walker, they're running back. Kyle Walker against Joelinton, I think, and Callum Wilson. Very well defended by Ake. Wonderful defending, Ake. Wonderful defending. Yes, yes, Haaland just missed. I mean, but I thought it was just a. Oh, it was offside. It was offside. But what a piece of defending by Ake. Wonderful, wonderful piece of defending. Yeah, Haaland actually scuffed his shot. Haaland scuffed his shot. I initially thought it was a pass, but he scuffed his shot. That's a foul. Again, that's a foul. Ref, give some yellows, ref. How much will you wait before giving a yellow? That's a clear foul on Gundogan. Joelinton just comes across. By the way, Joelinton was extremely attractive in the fantasy last season, I think, because he was listed as a forward, but this season he's playing in the midfield, is listed in the midfield, so not many points to be had there. It's another free kick for Kevin De Bruyne. Again, that is very well retrieved, and De Bruyne has the ball again. City recycle possession back. Phil Foden there through one on one. Ah, but this was actually difficult. This was much more difficult than the Bournemouth chance. I think this was difficult. I must say. I think it was a good snapshot, but look at the pace of Kyle Walker here. That's a foul. Look at the recovery pace of Kyle Walker. But yeah, but I, I think it was a very difficult chance for Foden there. And there was no one to pass to as well. But we are creating chances. I think we should score one more goal within sort of 20th, 25th minute range. One more goal. But the fluidic play between Ford and Gundogan, the triangle, especially on that left hand side, Cancelo, Ford and Gundogan, and it's just wonderful. Guardiola can't believe it, but that was. But the run was very good from Ford, and the understanding is very good. And Bernardo has to play in Kevin De Bruyne, and no, he isn't able to. I think it's one of the very rare occasions where Bernardo Silva has lost the ball. Now Newcastle are reverting to long balls. Very well done, Rodri. Second ball, Gundogan's given it back, I think. Come on, get back into your defensive shape. Alan said Maxim is having space on that left hand side. Kyle Walker 1v1. I think that's sort of good covering, I would say, but I think Walker should be a little bit more careful when he's getting into those kind of a positions. But Walker's done well, extremely well, in the sense of reading the game and stuff till now. Again, we give the ball back and Saint Maxim, and that's well saved by Ederson. It's Almiron, I think, with the shot actually. But we need to take our chances. Yes, it's Almiron who's cuffing the shot. That's actually a chance. That's a good chance, I would say. Good intricate play by Newcastle. I think we should be very careful with that cutback actually. Newcastle have tried that, I think, twice or thrice, trying to cut back, get to the byline and cut it back to the spare man. Need to be careful of that. But apart from that, I think a little bit variation of the tactics which Pep used in the previous matches with only. I don't say Walker has been inverting too much as well. It's depending on the position of Cancelo and stuff like that. Again, a giveaway. Very well done by Gundogan. He's retrieved the ball back. Haaland, Erling Haaland. Oh, we are turning a little bit sloppy here with Haaland giving the ball away, and that's a foul on Haaland. And it's a free kick opportunity for De Bruyne. I think someone is warming up for City. I don't know why. Is there an injury or something? But it's a free kick for Kevin De Bruyne. Who is coming on? Is it Ruben Diaz who's coming on? I don't know, but I think it will be Kevin De Bruyne to take it. Right footer curling in. No, I think Foden could be better. But that's a good save. That's a very good save from Nick Pope. Excellent save. City are seeming a little bit lethargic here. Ake subbed off. Oh, again, Newcastle are getting into them spaces, defensively looking a little bit shaken. Maybe it's an injury to Nathan Ake. Ruben Diaz is coming on. Oh, Laporte injured now. Ake subbed off. Is it another injury? Ake doesn't look happy. Yes, we have not taken our chances. I think that Haaland chance, especially, was a really good one. Yes, he's scuffed at it. Even last time as well, I think against Bournemouth, he scuffed a similar sort of a chance. So we haven't taken that. Foden one, I would say, is 50-50. So, but De Bruyne had a one-on-one literally. Haaland has a one-on-one. So I think we should have scored at least one more goal. So I mean, if you see the Leeds Chelsea match, that would be a great example of how we can play well, dominate. Chelsea had I think three gilt chances in the first half, but Leeds scored two goals and Chelsea never came back from that. So it's almost that you have to take your chances, otherwise it will be very very difficult. But again, maybe I think could we involve Haaland a little bit more? I don't know. Newcastle are actually pressing us well in the midfield, so they're outnumbering us in the midfield, and the front three are playing relatively higher. The fullback has overlapped, and that's good defensive header from John Stones. Stones is organizing the defense. That's very good to see. That's very well done. Vinay says we are not putting any balls for Haaland. That is also true partially, but then I also think that we will not change entirely for Haaland, right? Being suddenly being transformed into a through ball team and something. So I think the adaptation process will need both sides to adjust. I think Haaland will need to learn that cutback thing. And Gundogan's position again is interesting because he's sort of playing as a shadow striker to Haaland. So Haaland is definitely creating the space. We'll have to see how Ruben Diaz plays through the press. I think if Diaz gets injured, then we are out of any defenders, I think. We are just one defensive injury away from a crisis, I think. But then we have Calvin Phillips this time as well, so he can play in that centre back position. Pepe's given him that role in the preseason. Newcastle snatched the ball and say Alan said Maxim there. That's a good save from Ederson. He's parried it away. Again, Alan Saint Maxim is getting through in that channel, so I don't know how we stop it. We have to stop it. They're getting a lot of joy because it's not the first time, right? Alan Saint Maxim has put the ball through his. I think twice before this, he's put the ball across the box and now he's taken the shot. So I think that channel, we need to close that channel up. But this might be the chance. This might be the chance. Newcastle are coming on to us and we are sitting back. Erling, be ready. Erling, be ready to go. Yes, we are missing the passes. I think right from the 18th minute or something, sort of right from 15 minutes, we are being a bit lethargic, bit passing here and there. Our press also has been a bit off the mark. Newcastle have been able to play out of the press. Look at that again. Rodri losing the ball. What the hell is this? This is the best central defensive midfielder in the world and is losing the ball. Newcastle come out again. That's a crap ball. I think we need to be focused, guys. We need to be focused, much more focused here. After the goal, we just have gone off the ball. This is not allowed. I think some of Newcastle are actually, yeah, Newcastle are dominating. Has it got to do with the system as well? I think Eddie Howe has tactically adjusted something here after the first 15 minutes that, Alan Maxim is having a lot of space on this right hand side. On the midfield, Bruno Jimenez is actually able to roam much more freely. I think there is some tactical adjustment over there. So, By the way, guys, I think we are having a match against Barcelona in the midweek, I think, right? That will be interesting. That will be very interesting, basically, because of what has gone on in the recent weeks between us. And Alan Saint Maxim is in there. It's almost a 2v1 over there. It's almost a 2v1. Ruben Diaz. Very well defended by Ruben Diaz. Sorry, very well defended by John Stones. Excellent defending. It's Callum Wilson now. You can't give up so many chances. Pep will be very, very unhappy that we are giving up chance after chance after chance. Newcastle are absolutely dominating. I know in one way it's like you can say champion teams need to know how to absorb pressure, how to suffer, which Pep Guardiola says. But yeah, this could be one of those bad moments in the game, that 10-15 minutes which every team has, how dominant you are. Alan Saint Maxim again. They are telling handball. Is it a handball? No, I think Callum Wilson has actually headed it onto the hand of Kevin De Bruyne, but then corner again. And I think it's got to maybe do with the shape here because I don't see any particular mistakes from the players because suddenly Rodri is having people doubling up on him. Oh, again a close chance, again a close chance. It's just hard in the mouth moments here, right? Again a close chance for Callum Wilson. What are we doing, guys? Reassemble, guys. Group up. What are we doing? Again, it's almost a free chance for Callum Wilson over there. He just scuffed his shot, otherwise it was 1-1. City are struggling to play out from the back. It's the system. It's the system. That's all. The players are not doing anything wrong. It's just the system. That's the only reason why we are offside. Have they scored? The assistant is telling it's offside or a handball. Is it offside? I don't know. Is it a goal? Oh, it's a goal. And we concede. The goal was coming, guys. The goal was coming. The goal was just coming. Yes, the goal was coming. The goal was coming. It was just a matter of time before the goal was given. We were not good in the in this phase of play. After the first 15 minutes, especially, the goal was just coming. See, there were two free runners. I think it was Ruben Diaz probably who was playing everyone onside. But there needs to be something that should be done with the shape here. We are just not able to recycle position better with this shape. Something wrong with the shape. Almiron scores and it's 1-1. And also the bad thing is it's come from that Kyle Walker, sort of channel, which we have always thought is one of the strongest channels defensively for us. So Rodri now, look at them pressing again. Yes, they're pressing high. They're pressing very high. That's why John Stones is there. I do think this is where we need to utilize Haaland better, utilize the pace of Haaland better. I don't think it's again Foden's mistake. He's not done anything wrong. I don't think it's again they're getting into that channel. Again they're overlapping. Ederson again. I think it's got to do with the shape. Pep really has to change something. But I do wish it will be good to get a goal before half time. That is very well done. It's Phil Foden. I know it's not looking good, but none of the players have. I think thing here is you can say Haaland has not at all been involved. I think apart from the scuff shot, we have not at all seen Haaland. So we have not seen Haaland. We have not been able to get Kevin De Bruyne on the ball. So I think those are the two things we need to rectify. And we have not been able to get Gundogan on the ball, especially in the last 10-15 minutes. Alain Saint Maxim is actually causing so many troubles. He's just getting on the ball so high up the pitch. But that goal from Alain Saint Maxim was coming. It was just coming because prior to that, he played three balls exactly the same way. Two balls he put it across the box, and once he went to shoot. So we should have learnt our lesson and shut that channel down. Just put Kyle Walker on Alain Saint Maxim. Say to Kyle, just stick to the man. No inverting and nothing. Stick to the man. And that would have just sealed off all the outlets for Newcastle. I think Newcastle will dominate as in position wise as well. So Rodri, Walker. I don't blame any of the players here. No mistakes. Maybe yes, Foden was not looking good, but how many times have we got Foden on the ball? Right? I think I can count two, three. See, our attacking front three have had how many touches? Okay, Bernardo went into the midfield, but Foden, Haaland have hardly had two, three touches combined. Right? So that's very well done to escape the press from Joao Cancelo. Phil Foden over there. That's a foul. Ref, that's a foul. Yellow card. Yes. The ref also has not dished out yellow cards. So Newcastle have been fouling a lot actually. That's a clear foul. That's an absolutely clear foul. One ball, guys. One ball to Haaland. One ball to Haaland and we can be away. Pep is discussing some tactics actually with his coaches. There's something wrong with the shape and system. I think my question is when they were pressing, why didn't we just play long balls to Haaland? Put Haaland up and play long balls. He has the pace. Kevin De Bruyne are looking to play the ball in. Oh, that was a good ball in from De Bruyne. The keeper had to be worked off. Look at this. Alain Saint Maxim he has taken it out. We just need to shut this Alain Saint Maxim down. I think he just has a couple of good matches every season and then he gets injured. Last time when we played Newcastle, Alain Saint Maxim was so selfish. He just didn't want to pass to anyone. And again, JSK, I do not know why we are not doing counter press here. I do not actually know because if we do counter press with Newcastle are absolutely going to lose. We are the masters at counter pressing. I do not know why we are not doing it. Again, back pass. I think after the first 15 minutes, the rest of the game till now must actually be one of the most worst 15-20 minutes you have had this season. Haaland dropping too deep, Haaland on the ball. It's Kevin De Bruyne on the ball actually right now. That's a good ball. That's a very good ball to Ken Shallow. Kyle Walker on the ball. Kyle Walker to Bernardo Silva. The space is out wide. Bernardo, the space is out wide. Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne. Uh, Vinicius Silva isn't good versus Alan Saint Maxim. I think we need to put Kyle Walker. That's what Pep has actually done now. Look at it. Is put Kyle Walker against Alan Saint Maxim, and Walker suddenly gets the ball back. Walker has pocketed wingers like Zaha, Vinicius Junior, all top wingers. In the Real Madrid game, for example, Vinicius Junior was nothing until Walker was on that field. So we should have done it earlier before conceding that goal. Actually, yes, we need half time. Exactly, we need half time. Miscued shot from Gundogan. That's a chance. JSK says whatever, we are gonna win the league anyway. I don't know JSK, but what I can say is we are going to compete for each and every point in the league. We are going to compete till the end. We are going to trust in the process. So till the absolute end, we are going to give everything. Ederson there came out. I don't know. That was just stupid goalkeeping from Ederson. If you see, I don't know why Ederson came out here. Errors everywhere, right from the midfield. We haven't been good at all today. Not at all been good. Ederson with another error. Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Kyle Walker. Maybe that inverted fullback system is not working in this match. I think that's why Alan Saint Maxim is actually cutting that room. Again, Alan Saint Maxim on the ball, John Stones. And that's a goal to Newcastle again. It's 2-1. And it's Callum Wilson who scored. And I put him out in my fantasy team. Callum Wilson scores. And Newcastle, after being 1-0 down, have made a comeback 2-1. This is not what we were expecting, especially on a Sunday night. No, no, no. But a lot of long way to go in the game. So again, we are having trouble in that channel, in that Alan Saint Maxim channel over there. Callum Wilson does very well, and that's an excellent finish. Defensively, we have not at all been good. What a finish that is. Eddie Howe is obviously happy. What a finish. Ah, that was a really good run into the box, but then the match is going end to end. The referee has given a foul in favor of Newcastle. Newcastle are onto it very quickly, and again, we are just not able to deal with the pace of Callum Wilson here. I don't say he's too pacey, but certainly John Stones is not able to deal with it. We need to get to half time. But how have we conceded two goals? I can never understand. We were so shit in the midfield for the first goal, and for this goal, we were like, I don't know where the back line went. I know it was the ball over the top that was a problem, but that means again the press in the midfield is not good. Look at that. Again, we concede possession back to Newcastle. What the hell? And Nick Pope is not good on the ball. What the hell? The Newcastle player is. Yeah. Yes, there's no supply. I think Pep will have to find some solutions in half time. I really wish we're going to half time 2-1 in the worst case scenario. Just keep Haaland up front and tell him to make that movement. That's all. Pep is there thinking the tactics, the system is not right. Pep has got wrong. This is on Pep. This is on nothing. Okay, we were lethargic, but two people on Rodri, there was no space. See, again, this was a bit of a concern when we started the game. Bernardo and Gundogan both were starting, and whenever they both started, it always seems to create a bit of congestion, in the midfield. So because both like to run into the same kind of areas almost. It's a free kick for City. Yes, we have time to come back, but we're playing little one-twos. Joe Cancelo. There was no need to play that shot. Guys, I know 2-1. All the opponent fans could be saying, oh, City, you've got Haaland, but you're doing 2-1. Aston Villa, remember, guys, we were 2-0 down at 65th minute. In the 75th minute, we were 2-0 down, and we scored 3 goals in the next 5 minutes. So the City team can do anything. And this is not even a match that decides. That was as pressureful as the Aston Villa one, but understand every point in this league is very important. JSK says anyway we are winning the league. A prime moment comes between November to January. We have that experience, JSK. I understand. We have that experience. But this year, the only worry for me is it's a World Cup year, right? So I don't know how it is gonna pan through. Especially it's gonna be a long, long, hard season. So that's the only thing. Rodri, Phil Foden on the ball. They're just doubling up on Phil Foden. That's a good ball across. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva retrieves the ball. Haaland is absolutely getting no service here. Haaland. The ball was just away from Haaland over there. Just a little bit of misunderstanding. Just put KDB in there and play those balls to Haaland. That's it. Just a little bit, Link. Just a little bit. When I say City players have forgotten to put balls for Haaland, exactly no service at all. Literally no service. I think it will improve in the second half. I think Pep will have words with the players in halftime. It's halftime. Is it? It's almost. But again, the possession has been dominated by us. But yeah, the possession in those critical areas, in those critical attacking areas, has been dominated by Newcastle. So nice says Newcastle have taken game two to two. But we knew that we knew that Newcastle would take the game two to two. So I think Pep knew it. The only mistake maybe which Pep did is maybe he experimented a bit more, because if he would have straight away put Mahrez, but then the goal came from Bernardo Silva thing, so he could not say that. I do not know. Maybe the injury to Ake has little bit shifted the balance, because the injury to Ake meant that Stones and Diaz both are right-footed centre backs, and when a team is pressing you high, it's almost like you need a left-footed centre back there to provide you with different sort of an angles to pass the ball. It's a corner from Newcastle. I hope they don't score any goal. That's well defended. I do not know who has defended that, but that's very well defended by whosoever it is. And Newcastle have a player down. And I think that should be half time, I think. But looking back at this half, I would say first 15 minutes, the runs of Gundogan were penetrative, the runs. But after the 15 minutes, there were no runs at all. So are they now checking for a foul inside the penalty box? I hope not. No, they are not, and that should be the end of the half, I think. So the penetrative runs from Gundogan has stopped. I mean, it's kind of a bit, it's a kind of bit strange, because Bernardo Silva thing. There can be two arguments here. Do do you stifle the free flow of City by playing Bernardo Silva and Gundogan both in the same team? Kyle Walker, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo. That's a foul. I think we will finish the half with a free kick. So, do you stifle the game by playing both Bernardo and Gundogan? But the goal came from Bernardo. But Bernardo, after the goal, after the sort of 15 minutes period, Bernardo also went wandering into the midfield and sort of stuff. So maybe I think Gundogan ran out of the space a little bit as well. So I think it could have worked both ways, and we got the goal, but then we sacrificed that inventiveness from Gundogan as the game went on. So I actually think that free header. That should have been scored. Rodri. It was Ruben Diaz, free header. What and to half that would have been if Ruben Diaz would have scored that header. Vinay says Newcastle have taken game toe to toe. Vinay says Bernardo lost his position. Wing was the problem. Exactly, Bernardo. And I think defensively as well, Bernardo didn't track back as much, with Kyle Walker especially tucking inside. You needed a sort of a Bernardo Silva to track back a little bit more, help him out defensively. But then I think maybe that was an instruction, but there will be changes in the halftime for sure, change at halftime for sure, I think. Uh, I do think Bernardo Silva or Gundogan, one of them will come off, I think. Or maybe Pep will change the system. Pep will just play a 4-3-3 with both the fullbacks high and wide. But I do think the crux of all of these problems is Ake getting injured, because you have two right-footed centre backs, and playing out of the press with two right-footed centre backs is never easy, especially when Newcastle, they were man marking. Rodri. It was difficult. They were high pressing Ruben Diaz, John Stones was being cover shadowed. So I mean, having two right-footed centre backs actually meant that you became too predictable. That these are the areas the centre backs will pass to under pressure. But when if you have a combination of a right-footed and a left-footed centre back, it's almost like you can open up both areas of the pitch. Laporte pinging the ball, for example, or even Ake, playing the ball out to Cancelo, which would be, I would say, difficult for a John Stones to do, for example, because he's right-footed. And the next thing is, I think Ake going off was a major problem for us, just because of the counter pressing which Newcastle did. And the second problem was the system. I think I have problems with the system. Pep needs to change it around at half time. Whatever he wants to do, he needs to change it around. And next week as well, guys, I think we have a tough match against Crystal Palace actually. So this season is not going to be as straightforward, but I think we have people like Haaland, we have people like Alvarez, to actually cover that. But again, this is another question, in these sort of a games, when teams presses a lot, do you actually miss that extra body in the midfield that a false nine would have provided you? Because last season Newcastle would not have been able to do this because false nine would be dropping in, which meant that Rodri would not be able to be man marked so efficiently. So I don't know. I mean, I think, but definitely the presence of Haaland is having an impact on the way on. I mean, not the way we are playing, but the way we are playing is the same. There's no supply to Haaland, but the sort of numerical advantage in the midfield, the numerical advantage is certainly less. I think one advantage it gives you is Haaland will make those runs, and I'm surprised actually that Newcastle have been able to press so high today, and we have not been able to play that long ball to Haaland. So I expect us to play long balls to Haaland. I expect us to put Haaland through, but Newcastle in the second half, maybe they'll go to a bit of time wasting. The game will slow down. They'll slow the tempo of the game down. This will be a difficult comeback, a very difficult comeback. Sanjay says Haaland is not looking good. No, Sanjay, it's not Haaland not looking good. Haaland is looking good. Haaland is creating space for others. He put Kevin De Bruyne through. See, what Haaland had hardly 3-4 touches in this half, and every touch of Haaland has given us something. It has created space. It has put players through. So I think Haaland is not the problem. Haaland is doing his job. The problem is we are still learning how to play with the false, how to play with the striker up front. See, for 2 3 seasons, for 3 seasons, you have literally played with no striker up front, right? Gabby Jesus was also playing as a false nine for us. So it's almost like you're adapting to a striker up front. You're adapting to Kyle Walker, tucking in. You're it's kind of a new system actually. So we are taking time, and Haaland's not as bad as he seems. JSK says we should counter press now. Yes, we should. Uh, I think we're a bit scared of counter pressing. I don't know why. Maybe due to a lack of pay. It's not a lack of pace in a centre back. See, last season it was the same, almost same centre back pairing, right? I think we're afraid to counter press because numerical advantage in the midfield. I think because Newcastle are dominating us in the midfield numerically. That means that our midfield is not able to put pressure on the ball, which means that suddenly a Newcastle player is having time and space to look up and find Callum Wilson and people like that. So I actually think the problem is in the midfield. The problem is in the numerical advantage in the midfield. It's a chess battle going on out there between Eddie Howe and Pep Guardiola. JSK says, I'm okay if we go trophyless this year. In the worst case scenario, JSK trophies or no trophies, but I can say one thing for sure. In the worst case scenario as well, we will fight till the absolute end. We'll fight for each point. So I mean, this season, especially, I don't know why, but opposition fans, especially, they are like Community Shield. They were on to us and were telling that oh, City are shit and all. And now, see, it's bloody one match we are behind, and we have been through worse scenarios than this, right? Last season, we lost at least two of our first four matches. We lost against Spurs and Crystal Palace in last season, our first three matches. So I think that one of the painful things about that first goal is they were doubling up on Almiron. Sorry, they were doubling up on say Alan Saint Maxim actually. So and still it's Rodri and Walker were doubling up on him, but both showed him the outside. I don't know why. One should be covering the outside and the other should be covering the inside, right? I do not know why they defended it like that. But yeah, even in the worst case scenario, I can promise you that we'll fight till the end for every trophy. We win, lose, that depends on the process. But again, the first goal of Newcastle, bad defending, but in a way it was coming. In a way it was clearly coming. By the way, what changes do you expect in the first half? Sorry, in the second half. I think Alvarez is going to come on. I do think Alvarez is going to come on. I will not be surprised to actually see a Sergio Gomez come on actually and Cancelo being shipped to the right hand side and Kyle Walker being taken off. Because I think Pep is thinking he needs to have more sort of a technical control in that midfield region, and maybe Walker is not giving him that control. The touch from Callum Wilson was the killer there. The touch from Callum Wilson was excellent for the second goal. It was almost the same touch that Philippe Coutinho had against Aston Villa in the last game of the season. I think Walker tucking in is actually it has tactically misfired against us this game. See, we were sort of skeptical, right? It worked. The system of fullbacks tucking in worked against West Ham. They worked against a team that parks the bus, but maybe it doesn't work against a counter pressing team. We do not know. JSK says Alvarez over Foden. Vinay says Foden out. Maybe I think I know this could be unpopular here, but maybe I think he will take out Gundogan and he will shift Bernardo Silva into the midfield and he will put in Alvarez in the right hand side. I think that seems to be the logical thing. The reason being it's not Gundogan's fault. It's we are getting numerically outnumbered in the midfield. I know I've said it a lot this show, but and we need a player who can do the job of literally two players, and that is Bernardo Silva. See, last season, whenever, and the season before as well, 2019, for example, we needed a win against Liverpool, Bernardo Silva. Whenever we are in a sort of a tight situation against crisis Stamford Bridge, Bernardo Silva in the midfield. So I think he'll shift Bernardo to the midfield and he will actually bring in Alvarez to the right hand side. I think that could be the thing. Or Mahrez. I don't know who he will bring on, but I'm sure I think he will shift Bernardo Silva into the midfield and just hook off Gundogan. JSK says and Foden needs to be on the bench until he learns how to pass to Haaland. Uh, but again, that's a bit of a tricky thing. Winger going one on one. See, KDB also went one on one, right? Haaland, if you observe carefully, Haaland showed up there. So KDB also had a chance to pass to Haaland. So I think it's a tricky situation, especially when you're an attacker. Why do you want to pass when you're going one on one? It actually depends. Sergio Aguero once famously said that even if there's an open goal to another person, I prefer to shoot because that's the nature of a striker, that's the nature of an attacker, that's the nature of a goal scorer. So I don't know this. I think it's a very tiny little margin, that you decide when to pass and when to shoot, because you're going one on one to the keeper. It depends on your confidence, especially if you're confident enough, you shoot, especially if you're an attacker. But we need to change the formation. I think Pep goes for a 4-3-3 here. He goes straight on for a 4-3-3, and it's not a good idea, playing both Banada and Gundogan. We learned a bit in this game, we have had the scenarios last season as well. Before that season, also a few times, but again, it's the form of Gundogan that makes it different for Pep to drop him. Or maybe I would not be surprised if Pep brings in a Calvin Phillips to set that midfield up. So it's almost Pep could also do this thing, bring in Calvin Phillips instead of Gundogan, and he could actually tell both Rodri and Calvin Phillips to sit, and KDB and everyone else to just go bomb on and attack Newcastle from all ends up. So I think there are two, three scenarios which I think could happen in the second half, especially. But one thing is we need to start the second half very fast. We need to start it right on the front foot. But guys, I'm just thinking, won't Haaland get one chance? Would Haaland get one chance in this half? One chance. And also, like I think it was Vinay who pointed out that Stones is straight on. Stones has started straight on. Was a bit surprising to me. But then I also thought that it's a team that presses. So I think that's one of the reason why Stones is there. And also these sort of a games, I think they show us why we miss Aymeric Laporte. Why Pep emphasizes so much on having a left-footed centre back. I mean, you could have started Stones and Diaz, but Pep started Ake and Stones, which meant that the preparation was preparation of the tactics and the strategy. Pep knew that they will press, so you need a left-footed centre back as well, just to vary it up, just to provide us with few more angles. And also defensively, I think Ake would have dealt with maybe the second goal. Ake would have dealt with it better defensively. We don't know, so I think couple of things not gone in our favor. But then champions always rise when things don't go in their favor. So we'll be interesting to see. JSK says what happened to Ake injury JSK. Uh, Was it a hamstring? He wasn't holding a hamstring. Maybe something in the foot, I think, because he went off sort of a bit of hobbling. So, and another good news is, I think 2 days back, I think Laporte posted a picture of him finally in the last stage of his rehabilitation. So they're showing Phil Foden's goal. Phil Foden's attempt, and yeah, Haaland was running into the space over there. Foden just had to lay it off to Haaland there. Yeah, Pep was furious over there because Haaland would have. See, those are the sort of scenarios, situations where which you really thrive on, right? With Haaland running into space, defenders can't defend against that. So I think you guys are actually right, because first time I saw that and I thought actually Foden, okay, he went for the shot, but looking at it again on the replay, I do think Foden had a channel there. Foden had a chance to actually pass it. They're actually coming out, so will be interesting to see who will come out. Has Pep made any subs, or is it the same 11 who is coming out? Newcastle are coming out first. Alan Saint Maxim has been absolutely on fire today. I think Newcastle's front three have been tenacious. That's one thing I can actually say. Our front three we haven't pressed as much from the front. We generally press from the front, right? We haven't pressed as much. And like JSK was saying time and time again, I think there was no counter press from us at all. We need to counter press. Pep is out there, he's looking a bit relaxed. Well, we are not relaxed at least, and there seems to be no changes whatsoever. Newcastle kick it off. No changes. We are trying to go a bit long. Foden's pressing. That is actually one thing that is very good to see. No, yes, says no changes. Game over. I don't know JSK. Maybe I think JSK there must be a change in the system. Surely there must be some change. There must be a change in the system. It's a tactical battle with Eddie Howe. I see it that way. I think we need to be a bit more crisp in the passes. That's what they are doing. Rodri, he's almost having Kyle Walker as a decoy over there and passing behind him. But again, Walker again. It's a mistake from Kyle Walker there. And another thing is they have put Kyle Walker and Alan Saint Maxim. Walker is just going on Alan Saint Maxim there. So the tactics are interesting. The tactics are very interesting. Walker's that's a shoulder push. That's not a foul. Okay, the follow up was a foul. But Walker and Alan Saint Maxim, guys, that's gonna be the battle I think of this half. It's a free kick for Newcastle, and the referee is doing something. Don't waste the bloody time. Newcastle will do everything to waste time. They're not kicking the ball at all. So much of time wasted. That was a good free kick. That's our ball. Go out there and throw it in fast. That's very well done from Cancelo. Excellent work from Cancelo. Very well done. He spread it very well to Kevin De Bruyne. Phil Foden. Foden's lost the ball. It's Bernardo Silva actually who's lost the ball, not Phil Foden. They're again doubling up on Bernardo Silva. We need to do something about this. Nick Pope, he can't. He could be the weak link here because he can't pass out from the back. And it's a free kick. This referee is just stopping the game. Is not allowing it to flow at all. Second ball, second ball, second ball. Eddie, Eddie, Eddie. Rodri. They're playing a diamond. They're playing a diamond almost in the midfield over there, and it's almost a 4v2. They're outnumbering us in the midfield, so that is the problem. It's almost like Callum Wilson and Saint Allen Maxima playing as two strikers, and then the two midfielders are sucking us in the sort of a diamond formation there. So look at it, they're pressing. So we are just not able to get off that diamond. And now this bloody Almiron, I know him. He will always sit down and he will cry and he will waste time too much. I know it was a late follow through, but it has got the ball as well. Already 5 minutes up. We have to give Haaland at least one chance. We have to improve our supply to Haaland. That will be the thing. I'm just sat here and thinking, how can we change this game? Because we're certainly not able to play through the midfield. Could we go long? Erling Haaland strikes it and hits the bar. Erling. What a strike that was from Erling Haaland. Look at it, what he can do if we give him the ball. Vinay says nothing changed. At least Haaland has got a shot on the ball. This referee is just giving fouls for bloody everything. It's just not allowing the game to flow. I think the Newcastle players are now buying in all the fouls. Vinay says no pressure on the defenders. Vinay, I think what is happening is they're playing a diamond in the midfield, and we are sort of, it's almost becoming a 4v2 in the midfield. And if Pep counters that by sending Kyle Walker inside, then what they're doing is they're attacking the wings with the likes of Salin Talon, Maxim, and Almiron. So tactically, I think this is on Pep. Tactically, we are nowhere there. It's not on the players. Tactically, we are getting outnumbered, and that is. See, for example, you look at Rodri. There's no space for him to pick up the ball and turn. So, oh, that's an excellent free kick, and that's another goal for Newcastle. Wonderful free kick. All of the Newcastle players are celebrating like they won the bloody league. They're just celebrating. Whose fault was it? That was a bloody excellent free kick. You couldn't do anything about it. You can't stop it. There's no stopping it. That's just a excellent strike. Excellent strike from that position. No goalkeeper in the world is stopping it. Eddie Howe is celebrating. But the only positive here is that we have almost the entire second half to go. So that is the only positive here. When I says there's no response, I think it's the tactical system. Players can't respond. Pep has to change it there. It's just the system. The system is just not good enough. This is on Pep for me. This is on Pep. That's a corner. But I think two chances for Haaland, two chances, and we're back in the game. It just takes a split second to come back in the game. Do we guys want to see that Aston Villa thing over and over again? We could do that again in this match. Why are you passing it back? I think Bernardo Silva is the thing. Bernardo Silva is the problem, I think. Good defending by Kyle Walker. I think Bernardo Silva is the problem. I think Pep should have just gone with traditional wingers. I think almost this was like typical Pep, trying to fit in all the midfielders into one system. I think that is where the problem has actually started. But we will see the effectiveness of the 5-sub rule now, how well Pep can utilize it, because there will be games like this. It's a City throw, is it? They're giving City 6% probability. Yes, because it's not our day. Yes, man. Not our day. True. Could be. Foden was almost through. Where is Black? Again, I don't know. It almost seems that we have forgotten how to pass. Abysmal. Alan Maxim running at our defense, and it's Kyle Walker. Very well defended by Kyle Walker there. Come on, guys. 57th minute. We came back from a similar scoreline against Aston Villa, 2-0 down. We scored 3 goals. Against QPR, we scored 2 goals long way back in the last 1 minute, last 2 minutes or so. So it's not beyond the realms of reach for us. We can do it, and we have firepower up front as well. I would probably see 10 more minutes and put in Alvarez as well. See, if Newcastle are pressing us so much, there must be space somewhere, right? Play the ball into that bloody space. That's well done. At least KDB has played it into some space, and it's Will Foden, Gundogan, Haaland, Foden, Gundogan, and it's a corner. Vinicius Pep is stubborn to make any changes. I don't know what game plan he has told them at halftime. It certainly doesn't seem to be working. One more goal, guys. One more goal in the next 10-15 minutes, and it will be a superb last 15 minutes. And it's another corner for City. KDB. Haaland! 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 Buries it! Haaland! Haaland! Wow! Look at the finish! He just buried it! Wow! Superb goal, right? He's just absolutely buried it. I think that will be one of the differences. If only we didn't concede that free kick, right? The game would have been level at 2-2. Easy offside. No, he isn't, right? Definitely is not offside. Definitely not offside. What? But what a finish, guys! Excellent finish, right? That's a goal out of nowhere. That's a goal we didn't even deserve. Haaland comes alive. Comeback? Yes, yes, okay, why not? City love a comeback. But generally, we come back only in the very, very tough situations when the league title is at stake and all. But let us actually see. Let us see. But it would be the story of the weekend, could be even the story of the season if you manage to come back from 3-1 down to go and win the game. I think drawing the game would be a great comeback. For me, the time is 61 minutes, but maybe I think Vinay is a bit ahead, so I think it's 62 minutes in the game, something like that. We are now on the attack. Look at the acceleration of Haaland. Look at the pace of Haaland. Ah, one on one, Haaland. Oh, one on one, Haaland. Ah, he should be scoring that. And if he scores that, the entire Premier League will become crazy. You score three against them, and they come back in the space of 1 minute. But Haaland should be burying that one on one. Erling, you should be absolutely burying it, man. That was an easy one on one chance. But we need to play. Look at how easily Haaland goes past those two defenders, right? Look at that. They can't even do anything to him. That was a chance. See KDB one on one, Haaland one on one. This game should have been 4-3 or something like that. One chance, at least one more chance, guys. At least one more chance. On the front foot, KDB, KDB, KDB. That's a foul. Ref, give him a red. Ref, give him red. But City have kick started it on from the free kick. Kevin De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva is 3-3. Guys, this is Manchester City. What a comeback, right? What a comeback. Just 5 minutes back, everyone thought that the game's over. Everyone thought we are bloody Chelsea. We are not Chelsea. We don't have to a clown in Raheem Sterling who's up front. Yes, he's a clown, Raheem Sterling, for whatever he has said this week against us. We have the best, the deadliest strikers in the world. It's not offside, right? Just clarify that. But what an intelligent ball and what an intelligent finish, right? JSK says Rory, Haaland will flop, and Rory's team in the mud. Guys, 64th minute, 3-3. Now come on. I think now is the time you bring on Julian Alvarez. Look at City again, getting possession back. One more, guys, one more. One more. Rory in the mud. Whoever said Haaland will flop, everyone in the mud. Haaland, Bernardo Silva, Joaquin Shallow, Phil Foden. Foden, Phil. Rodri. What a switch from Rodri. Wonderful switch. Excellent switch from Rodri. What a switch. Bernardo 1v1 with the winger. 1v1 with the opposition fullback. Kevin De Bruyne. Ah, I think even at this point, JSK if he's telling Haaland will flop, I don't know. It just has to be that he's just doing it for the clicks and that's it. Because how dim-wit a person can be to still say that Haaland will flop, seeing what he done, he's done. Guys, just I think 5 minutes back, they show this probability percentage win meter, right? Newcastle had 66, 76 win percentage. City had 6 percentage win, and draw was 15%. Now Newcastle's win percentage is 10%, and City's win percentage is whatever. So but what a goal, right? What intelligence from KDB. But from Haaland, look at it, Fox in the box. I think those are the sort of goals, which Benzema was scoring, for example, uh, last season for Madrid. So Pep is giving some clear instructions to Haaland, and yes, Bernardo Silva. I mean, 5 minutes before we were criticizing, right? Why is Pep not changing the system? I think that differentiates the best managers from the rest. That's where Pep is absolutely a generational talent of a manager. Vinay says we need to, Newcastle have panicked and we need to capitalize. Vinay says Bernardo proving his place. Exactly. But that finish from Bernardo was high school. Last season, maybe a Sterling would have been on it. But look at the run. That's a run of an excellent false nine, right? And all the defense are occupied by Haaland, and suddenly Bernardo has made the run. That is just fantastic. JSK says, I sense victory. Now Newcastle are panicking. We have to capitalize on this. I mean, we did. We did capitalize. I think it's almost the similar thing we did against Aston Villa, right? That was under much, much more pressure. Just kick the ball out, John. That's excellent. That's an excellent pick out. But the ball's gone back to a Newcastle player. Kick the ball long. Second ball, second ball, second ball. Rodri. John Stones, Rodri just pass it back to Ederson and recycle. From now on, we will manage the defense for City here. We will tell them the positions maybe that they need to be in. It's so tense actually because 3-3. That's a what a switch that is. The space is on the wing. The space is with Bernardo Silva. It has always been with Bernardo Silva. Kyle Walker, Kevin De Bruyne. That would have been a great ball. Vinay says they won't keep ball for much time. Pep, please make changes. We are tired. Newcastle are already making changes, so I think Eddie Howe it seems is maybe happy with the 3-3, but I think Pep. I mean, it depends. Like Pep senses there is momentum within this group now. Callum Wilson is going off, so I think Pep senses that this group is now in the groove, and maybe I don't want to change it now for the last until the 80th minute. Maybe Pep senses that. But you can see that Eddie Howe is, strengthening the midfield more. Joe Willock is coming on, so and Sean Longstaff is coming on and he's taken out Callum Wilson. So it's an interesting change from Eddie Howe. Literally, I'm so tense. I'm so tense. I'm sure all of you are because at 3-1 it was like okay, maybe not our day, but right now 3-3 we're on the verge of could be one of the comebacks of the season. We were dead and buried. Everyone was blaming Haaland. Someone in the chat in the halftime also was saying uh, Haaland is Haaland was shit and all. I guess he was a United fan who was saying it, but Haaland has shown. We were sure that Haaland would score. It was just a matter of time if and when we provided him supply. Bernardo almost made it 4-3, but it was an offside. Okay, that is fine. But Bernardo almost made it a 4-3. You're just sensing now. You're just sensing almost the City is going for blood here. It was just offside, but what an excellent run. That was from Ikai Gundogan. What a run from Gundogan. Nick Pope again trying to kick long. That's offside. No, they're given a free kick to Newcastle here. Oh, that's a good one. It's not offside. It's not offside. Newcastle are doing it well. Alan Saint Maxim. Ah, please take the ball away from our defensive area. That's a throw in for Newcastle. JSK's fourth goal coming. Hopefully, JSK, hopefully. But I'm actually happy with 3-3 because it was a game where we were almost losing all the points. But let us see. It's the 71st minute, right? 20 more minutes remaining. Erling Haaland will play the 90 today, I think. He will definitely play the 90. Yes, exactly. Just Haaland needs to play full 90 minutes and maybe you bring in a Julian Alvarez as well. That's a ball over the top. Give it to Eddie. Give it back to Eddie. I think Walker should have maybe allowed it to go out. I don't know. That is well done. Alan Saint Maxim into the box. Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne running away with the ball. That's a foul. That's a red. I think Trippier has been booked. I think Trippier has been booked already. That's a red card for Kieran Trippier. Is it a straight red or was it a yellow and a red? Because I thought maybe it's a yellow and a red. Yeah, red card for Trippier. Guys, major moment in our favor. Major moment in our favor. I don't know what Trippier is arguing, but there's nothing to argue there, Trippier. JSK is now with 3 hours, but we have to. I don't know JSK playing against 10 men. Maybe they'll be much more compact. You never know. That was a high foot. I think it's straight red. It was a high foot on the knee. That's a straight red. I don't know what they're arguing against. VAR is checking, but look at his foot. His foot is so high. His foot is so high. Oh, they're telling the referee to go and have a look. This is interesting because surely I think that was a red card. Look at his foot. Look at the contact of his foot. It's so high. That is serious foul play. You can't kick someone that high. De Bruyne would have been seriously injured. That was a red. Whatever the referee will say, I don't know. I don't care. But that was a red for sure. But guys, I actually think that was a red, right? That was a red. It was serious foul play. That was a red. This referee has been a bit of iffy. Just put Haaland through once more. That's it. Phil Foden, Rodri, Walker, Rodri again. What a ball. That was very well done. That's not a foul, ref. Come on. Cancelo, Gundogan. GSK says Foden should be subbed, but he's actually done well this half. But maybe Foden Alvarez would make sense. We'll see. It's 14 more minutes remaining. They're now trying to play long balls, and Phil Foden's running to space. That's very well played to Bernardo Silva over there. That was a good save, I think, but that was a chance. Haaland, that was a chance. It was a good save, but that was a chance. Pep knows that was a chance. That was a chance with the fourth goal. Was the chance? That was the chance. Let me see in the replay. That was tough, I know, but it is Erling Haaland who you're talking about. So it was tough. It was tough, but you would expect Haaland to maybe do better over there, I think. But Pep knows. City have a throw in. Newcastle are now pressing high again. Ederson, they're trying to press Ederson, and they've actually done it effectively. Alan Saint Maxim is now being frustrated. He's thinking, I've done everything, and we're still not able to win the game. City are resting a bit now. We're resting a bit. I think we'll go full tilt in the last 10 minutes or so. That's very well won. Foden, we should have left it to Haaland. There's a bit of a volleyball going on right now. 80, 80, 80 collected. We have done well in this half. Apart from that free kick, that free kick was very, very good actually. Can't do anything. Kevin De Bruyne with the ball. Rodri. Rodri. Back to Ruben Diaz. Back to Foden. Foden's going on the outside, but no one quite made the run. Kyle Walker. That's a good spread out onto the far right hand side. Rodri. Oh, he was trying to do that Aston Villa sort of a strike. That is wonderful defending from Kyle Walker. Excellent defending. He ran back so that St. Allen Maxim didn't get to the ball fast enough. Kevin De Bruyne. That's very well done by Rodri. Excellent tackle, and Kevin De Bruyne gets on the ball again. Foden, Rodri, Foden. Foden loses it out. Maybe one dribble extra. Sent Alan Maxim on the ball. That's a corner. Yes, exactly. Why Pep is not making subs, I also don't know. The only reason should have been momentum, actually. That's it. But he needs to at least make a sub now. At least Alvarez. See, Newcastle have made all the four subs. Pep has not made even one sub. I do not know why. But one thing is for sure, Haaland needs to play all of the 90 minutes. Almiron is going off. Brian Murphy is coming on in his place. But yeah, I don't know. Newcastle have made four subs, right? And Pep is not making even one. Do not know why. It's a goal kick. But that was a good chance for Trippier, I think. One more chance, one more chance. I don't want to have the pressure of seeing Haaland running in the 90th minute one on one to the keeper, or Haaland missing a chance in the 90th minute. That is not something I want to see. This could have gone anywhere. Gundogan, if you observe, Gundogan is also almost playing in the forward, and I think Pep has actually changed the system again. We didn't pay much attention to the shape, especially looking at the way the game has gone, the way we dominated. Rodri, John Stones, Rodri again, Phil Foden, back to John Stones, Rodri again, intricate passing move being put together by City. Cancelo on the ball. Ah, that was almost a good ball to Bernardo Silva. Rodri again, ball sprayed wide. That's a foul, ref. That was three players are almost fouling Bernardo Silva over there, and still he didn't go down. That shows you the strength and the technicality and the power of Bernardo Silva. City now not like letting Newcastle have the ball. Pep might be wondering why we didn't do this in the first half. But let us get one goal and get the shit out of here. Get the shit out of this Newcastle ground. One more goal and that's it. We've been poor for the majority of the first half. Second half has been good. Let's get another goal and we should be alright. Joao Cancelo, Gundogan, Phil Foden, Rodri, Ref, that's not a foul. Come on, ref. I don't know. This ref is just giving out fouls. Nick Pope is coming up now. I think it seems as if Newcastle are comfortable with 3-3. They're comfortable with the point. But again, a strange thing, a really strange thing that Pep did not make any subs till now. Find it very strange. The momentum must be the only reason. Bernardo Silva, it's Phil Ford, and actually he takes the ball. Oh, Nick Pope gets there just before Foden. That's well done by Ruben Diaz, Rodri. Rodri to Gundogan. Gundogan back to Rodri again. Kyle Walker. Rodri. One chance, guys. Create one chance for Haaland. That's it. One chance for Haaland. That's very well done by Phil Foden. Excellent, excellent pressing. Penalty! No, it wasn't. Nick Pope actually got the ball. For a moment, I thought it was a penalty, but Nick Pope actually got the ball there. I think Vinicius Pope made some important saves. Exactly. I think De Bruyne one on one, Haaland one on one. We should have at least had Foden one on one. So at least should have had three more extra goals. That's good refereeing. It's a goal kick. I think a little bit more clinical, but at least seeing to what happened at Chelsea 3-0 and they lost, we at least came back and honestly we should have won the game. I know all the results are still possible, especially City. Our time starts after 90 minutes. That's how we entertain our fans. What the hell was that? The last thing should have been Rodri heading into his own goal. That would have been the most anticlimactic ending to this match, but 2 more minutes plus extra time. One chance. One more chance I expect us to carve out and let's see what we can do with that one more chance. That's the only thing. Oh shit, that was such a stupid ball to give away, but it is again very well done. Nash's Foden has made some very bad decision making, exactly. He needs to improve on that part. Ah, should not have blasted it over Foden. There were options right and next to him. He should have not blasted it over. JSK says stupid Ford and bench him, but in terms of securing the ball, in terms of keeping the ball on the wing, especially Foden has been very good in this half. Actually, I think he's actually been one of the major reasons when were not as effective against us in this half. So defensively, keeping the ball, Foden was good, but attacking wise, Foden wasn't as good. What the hell was that? I thought it was a goal, but the referee told stop. Another, it's a corner from Foden. Stupid corner. How many minutes of added time? Plus five. One chance in 5 minutes. That's a corner, I think. Yes, it should be a corner. Chris Wood has come on now. Joe Cancelo, Bernardo Silva. That's straight to Nick Pope. And Nick Pope is now holding on to the ball. Kyle Walker in a foot race with St. Ellen Maxim. That's a City throw in. That's very well done by Kyle Walker. St. Maxim doesn't realize the quality of Kyle Walker as a fullback, one of the best in the world. Foul. That's a foul on KDB. That's a yellow card. I think it's a foul by Joe Linton. Erling Haaland is asking the ref, please play the match on ref. I need one more goal. But a Newcastle player is down right now. That's a foul. That's a foul on Haaland actually. It's not a foul on KDB. That's a foul on Haaland. 3 more minutes. Does Haaland score? And Haaland this week was talking about 93-20 moment and how he watched it with his father. And can Haaland actually score a goal in that 93-20 timeline now? That would be fascinating. That would be interesting, right? What a way that would be to introduced to this league. Wow. Vinay says why Pep doesn't make any changes. It's when we are drawing our goal down. Maybe I think the system is changing to is maybe a bit complex for a newcomer to adjust it into faster. Maybe that could be one of the reasons. I can't see any other reason than that. But it's about the momentum. I think that should be the single biggest factor. He believes that there's enough momentum over there for these players to go on and get him the winner. Burn, Newcastle centre back is out. It's almost ticking down. It's almost ticking down. Saint Alan Maxim is also going off, I think. But I would not blame, okay, players, okay, Foden was a chance, was at fault for maybe not squaring it to Haaland and stuff, but I would not blame the players as much because Pep got it wrong in the first half. That was the only thing with me. The system was wrong. I think the ref should add on at least 3 more minutes now because all of the 3 minutes have been wasted. 3 more minutes the ref should add on for sure. Oh, Alan Saint Maxim has not gone off, and Eddie has just collected. Now, a point is enough. That's what I'm feeling. I don't want to lose this game for sure. Do not want to lose this game at all. What a ball that is! Loose touch by Bernardo. Sorry, loose touch by Phil Foden over there. Phil Foden finds Gundogan. What a ball back to Phil Foden. Ah, that was almost neatly there. And Alan St. Maxim is there running. Kyle, just foul him. Just take the bloody ball from him. Yes, that is well done. We are playing end to end now. At least 2 more minutes now will be added on Bernardo. Bernardo with the ball. Joao Cancelo. Ah, that was such a cute pass. Almost that was such a cute pass before being interrupted. Phil Foden he's hung that up in the air, but KDB wants it. What a crap that was! KDB was there. Why didn't you give it to KDB? Who the hell was that? I think it was Kyle Walker. Bloody hell. He had to give it to KDB over there. What a ball that would have been for KDB. KDB was in the position. He was almost set there to put the ball in. We are in the last minute. I think it should be the last minute. GSK says next time don't start foreign with Haaland. I think as they develop the understanding, I think it will be a good combination. It's just I think both are not understanding each other because Foden's direct, Foden's so good on the ball technically. But that one at the end, I don't know what Kyle Walker was thinking. He just tried to put a ball in instead of giving it to KDB who was free. Yes, I think that's it. It's full time. We have dropped the first points of the season, but it would have been worse. Actually, it would have been worse. We would have gone on to lose the game. We were losing 1-3 at one point of time. Excellent comeback to make it 3-3, and it's been full time. I mean, I would not blame players here. Okay, there were elements there like Phil Foden, for example. Vinicius roller coaster of emotions. Exactly. See, Phil Foden, you would say missed chances. Haaland went one on one. I think he should have scored. KDB went one on one early on. KDB should have scored. Foden. See, literally, we didn't score three one on ones. So we one thing out of this match is we need to be even more clinical, even after scoring three goals. So that's the amount of chances we create. But the only thing is, I think it was a tactical. It was a tactical masterclass for AD Howe actually, especially for the first. After the first 15 minutes. I mean, regarding this Foden thing, I think if you notice in the second half, Foden was one of the important reasons why Newcastle didn't dominate us of the flanks. Foden kept the ball well. Foden was a good ball carrier. Foden was an outlet. So and I know that we are upset he didn't make good decisions in the attacking half, but I think defensively, ball carrier wise, Foden was actually did good. He did a good job actually. So and I think Foden will be important in this team because he is direct. Okay, he's struggling with his finishing right now. He's not passing to Haaland, but he's technically very good and he's direct. The acceleration that Foden has is something which is a bit rare. It's very interesting. So I think Foden will develop. It's about developing that understanding with Haaland. I think and Foden I'm sure will develop the understanding. Vinay says we play like this. We don't have any big chance that definitely must change. I think it was definitely the system that was the problem. I would have to say Pep got this wrong. Because even in the first half, if you see till the 50th to 60th minute, if you actually see, we still struggled even in the second half. I mean, we still struggled in the second half, and after the 60th minute, we somehow, Pep changed the system. He put Gundogan as well forward, I think, and some of the diamond was broken. We used Cancelo as the outlet, we used Walker as the outlet. So suddenly we were not playing through Rodri in the middle. So I think it was a diamond, and we struggled with the diamond actually. So I think Pep will analyze this game from the point of view of Where did he go wrong? It's very rare actually that Pep goes wrong, and this was one of those games I think that Pep didn't get it tactically right actually. And I mean, I would say still it's a very good start to the season. We have 7 points out of nine. When you compare it last season, I think what we lost two of our first three games. I think no, we lost two of our first four games. So compared to last season, compared to the season before, I think we were beaten by Leicester 5-1 or 5-2. I think 2009 21 season. I think we bought Ruben Diaz. Compared to the starts of all of those seasons, our start is much better. Suman says after West Ham game we discussed about fast runners eliminating inverted fullback situation. It happened today. I actually think Sumant the problem actually was we were not able to play through Rodri. That connection was not there. See, Newcastle played a diamond in the midfield, which meant that even if Walker, Rodri, and Cancelo, all the three of them tucked in, still you had another Newcastle player extra. So it always was a 3v4 there, and their strikers are almost man marking our both the centre backs. So it was actually difficult. I think it was not just about that inverted fullback system, but it was about how Eddie Howe came up with a diamond to counter it actually. I think regarding the fast runners thing, I think even West Ham had fast runners. If you see Bowen, Antonio, Fornals, actually think that front three was faster than this front three. Okay, Maxim had pace, but here I think all the three of them had pace. But I think literally not utilizing. I mean, having a diamond in the midfield, which meant that inverting the fullbacks, which meant that you literally didn't have an outlet to pass the ball. I think that was one of the things. So yeah, you're right. Partially that having fast runners did it, but that's I would say that's not the entire picture. And for me, I think Pep and also Bernardo Silva. I know Bernardo Silva scored the goal. He was good, but he was only good when Pep changed the system. Pep put Gundogan and Bernardo forward. Literally for the last half an hour, we're playing with four forwards. Gundogan, Bernardo, Haaland, and Foden over there. When Pep did that, and that is when we were actually released. And so actually think Pep had a I think it was a lesson that was coming, because the question here was the inverted fullback system worked against counter-attacking teams. It worked against low block teams. The problem was, does it work against teams that go toe to toe with us, that press us? And the answer, and also another thing is, I don't know how much of it you guys agree with me here. See, Gundogan and Bernardo Silva, I don't quite like both of them playing in the same team. See, for example, if you had a Bernardo Silva in the midfield today, I think we would have cracked the diamond. Liverpool sort of did the same thing with us, but with the dribbling ability of Bernardo, with the ability of Bernardo to get out of pressure, I think it would have been more suitable today to play Bernardo in that midfield to along with Rodri. So that was one of my things, and that would also have meant that you'd have Phil Foden and you'd have Riyad Mahrez or Alvarez or someone who could have stretched the width as well. So that would have been another outball. See, if you see today, where did both of our goals come from? Bernardo Silva, first goal, Cancelo long cross to Bernardo Silva. So space was on the wings, but I was just wondering, what if a Riyad Mahrez was there on the wings and Bernardo in the midfield? See, the problem was Alan Saint Maxim, like Suman pointed out, Alan Saint Maxim was a problem, and Kyle Walker being inverted couldn't go with Alan Saint Maxim. And the thing is, West Ham also had Bowen on that side. Newcastle also had Alan Saint Maxim on that side, Kyle Walker's side. But here today, the thing was, Newcastle were able to pick out the passes to Alan Saint Maxim, and West Ham weren't able to do that. So our counter argument here could be, maybe we were not good enough counter pressing in the first place, because if an opponent has time and space on the ball, it means that we are not applying pressure, we have not laid traps. So I mean, one fault of the players today is we were not at all pressing well. The energy for me, it did not seem sharp. So the counter press was absent, which meant that Newcastle had the time to find your Alan Saint Maxim. And with Kyle Walker being tucked in, Alan Saint Maxim had a free run literally, and it was almost a 2v1 there. But still, that was not the fault for the first goal, for example, Alan Saint Maxim, and we were doubling up on Alan Saint Maxim, Walker and Rodri for the first goal. So, I don't know, that was a defensive lapse, I think, especially for the first goal, because, see, both Rodri and Walker showed him on the inside. I don't know why both of them did that. When you're doubling up on someone, you show one of you shows the outside and the other of you shows the inside. I don't know, that was a mistake. But I think absence of counter press and was the key reason. And next match is going to be very very difficult, guys. It's against Newcastle, and Newcastle who sort of will again park the bus and they will sort of try to hit you on the break. Easy playing through the midfield. The selection will be interesting in that Newcastle match. Vinay says once in a while this sort of games is a lesson for Pep. Exactly. I think in that all or nothing series, I think in 2017, Pep continuously says, sometimes to his players that I am also human. I also make mistakes. I don't get it right all the time. You have to adjust with that. I am not a supernatural trainer. You have to adjust with the fact that even I do get it wrong. But then Pep rarely gets it wrong. But he has, but again, that's the beauty of Pep. He has got it wrong, and he corrected it actually. And today's game showed the importance of Haaland there. On another day, Haaland would have scored a brace or even a hat trick, and we should have comfortably won the match because Haaland went one on one against Nick Pope, and Haaland didn't score that. When I says Ake sub was crucial, I think Ake sub was also important. I thought it was. I think it was way more important than people generally realize because Newcastle were pressing with energy at that time, and having a left footer meant that you could suddenly open all other areas of the field, other angles to pass through. You can put a diagonal in, but having two right footers meant that Newcastle could press at an angle and there were no passing lanes open because Diaz is not that good on the ball. Even if he was good, no, both are right footers, so both pass into the same passing lane. So it was quite easy, I guess, for Newcastle to actually cover it. So I think see some crucial things happened in this match. First thing, I think it all started with Ake's sub, and then us not counter pressing in the midfield, which meant Saint Alan Maxim was free down that side, and then sort of us getting outnumbered in the midfield and Pep not being able to respond. And I would also say that we were not that clinical in the final third as well, right? You look at the one-on-ones we missed today. De Bruyne one-on-one, Foden one-on-one, Haaland one-on-one. So literally it was three one-on-ones that we missed today. So I mean, three out of three one-on-ones, you need to at least score one if you if you have to actually get the result. So three one-on-ones you missed literally. So I think that was another problem. I mean, Pep will sit there and say, as a trainer, my role is to get you into the final third. It's your decisions in the final third. So, but honestly, I think if I have to give a rating to Pep, I'll give maybe a six. For the first half, I'll give him a four, and for the second half, I'll give him sort of a seven-ish or even an eight. So the average rating I would give Pep is maybe a six or six and a half, something like that. So overall, I think at the end of the day, I think we are satisfied with this. We should have won that match, but generally it was sort of satisfactory in the sense that you were down and out and you thought we would be like Chelsea, but no, you came back. You came back from the absolute, blushes, from the absolute gallows. So I actually think at the end of the day we are happy with this sort of a comeback so early on in the season. Will be a lesson definitely for Pep, especially to. I mean, Pep would have learned when to play this inverted fullbacks thing and when not to play this inverted fullbacks thing. And also another thing that really needs to be focused on is the the supply line to Haaland. I mean, whenever we got the supply to him, he almost went 1v1. So I think we need to, Kevin De Bruyne needs to increase those through balls more. I think we need to find Haaland more and more. I know we are just adapting to this system, It's it's new for everyone because we have just played with false nine thing, but I think it's a period of adaptation as well. In that sense, I would give it a bit of a leeway, and also you could give Pep a bit of a benefit of a doubt here that even Pep is learning to adapt his formations. Pep is also learning how best can I get out of Haaland in this formation. How best can I get of Bernardo Silva, Gundogan in this formation. Football critics, I'm very satisfied with Haaland, and we are actually satisfied with the result. Whatever the media might say tomorrow, whatever opposition fans might say tomorrow, we are actually satisfied with the result because at a time it seemed that we were out. So these are the points that are actually crucial. Though they decide how where the title is won and where the title is lost. Football critics has 3 goals in 3 games and 1 assist, and he has created space as well. Indirectly, he is not involved in that assist. You've seen that Bernardo Silva run as well, right? All the defenders were concentrating on Haaland, and then it was Bernardo who made the run. So I actually think that is also a sort of an angle again through which we can hurt teams now. Vinay says, I'm not happy with Pep selection. I know, Vinay, you're not happy with Phil Foden, especially I know, but I think Foden will grow into this role actually. I think maybe we should give him more time because the talent, the uniqueness, the directness of Foden's running, the way he keeps the ball, the technicality. So I think we need to give Foden time. Football critics and Pep, why didn't he substitute players? Football critics, that's $1 million question. And my learning of the situation is that maybe Pep thought that the players in the field here, Gundogan's, Bernardo Silva, Haaland, De Bruyne, everyone had the momentum with them. So Pep thought it is with this momentum that we go on and score the goal. He didn't want to break the momentum by bringing in other players, I think. I think this happened last season as well, right? Against Crystal Palace, if you remember. It was a draw like this last season when we played Crystal Palace away at their stadium, and Pep told that Bernardo Silva misses the open goal then. And Pep told after the match that even in that match, I didn't make any substitutions. And Pep told after the match, I was seeing that everyone was doing what I asked them to do. Everyone were playing at a high level. So they were following my instructions, and I thought there was no need to substitute. I thought substituting would break their momentum. I think it was exactly the same reason why Pep didn't substitute players. Football cricket says we cannot win every game, guys. Each team sometimes we require substitution. Football cricket says slow down to have a setback, which gives motivation. Football cricket actually, I think this has to be one of the fastest starts to a season, right? In the last 2, 3, 4 years. Last season we started very badly. Before that we were beaten 4-1 or 5-1 by Leicester. In the COVID season, we were like, I don't know, until November, we were ninth in the table or something. So I think the only season when we won all the 3 games out of the first 3 games was 2016, Pep's first season. And that season was the worst season for Pep, even though we finished third in that season. So I think, I know that opposition fans and everyone will make it sound like we dropped points here, but if you look at it, we gained points here, especially with Chelsea dropping points second time in a row. We actually gained a point here rather than losing 2 points. Newcastle should feel that they lost 2 points. So I think over and out, it was just a bit of a tactical miscalculation from Pep and nothing more than that. Vinay says, I'm also unhappy with Haaland not getting any supply. I think Vinay, it's not easy to just go on and click directly. I think there will be adjustment time. I think we would need some time to adjust to how Haaland plays. You see Riyad Mahrez, you see, for example, Jack Grealish. How much time did each player take to, even Bernardo Silva for that matter? How much time did each of them take to adjust in this PAP system? Each one took at least 6 months to 1 year, right? So I think Haaland will take a bit of time. I would not say Haaland will take 1 year to adjust to the system and stuff, but Haaland will take time. In this case is unique. So we will also take time for Haaland because see the problem here for Pep is you can't become too much predictable. You can't just play a through ball to Haaland, through ball to Haaland, through ball to Haaland. That's not how it works, right? So what Pep is trying to plan is you release Haaland with a few through balls, but then there will be decoy runs. Like for example, at a time two people will be running. Bernardo will make the run and Haaland will always make the movement. So I think Pep is planning for a bit of a surprise here. So surprise will be, will De Bruyne release Haaland or will he release a Bernardo Silva? So or will he release a Foden? I think Pep is trying to plan a little bit of a decoy, sort of a surprising system, and overwhelm the opposition with runners. I think runners around Haaland as well. So the defenders will see Haaland running, and they will also see a Bernardo Silva and a Gundogan running. So first goal was a prime example of that, right? Uh, they they did not know whom to go with. So that was, I think, that's actually the real plan of Pep. That's actually the real plan of how Pep actually wanted it to go. Vinay says the midfield in second half was demanding Grealish progressive runs. Maybe I think we might have missed Jack Grealish here, but then we will never know because, for example, Grealish also would have come into the midfield and it maybe would have congested the midfield a bit more because Gundogan was already there. So, but I actually would have liked to see Alvarez. I would have liked to see Alvarez playing this system because Alvarez is direct, he has pace. And I was surprised that Pep didn't bring in Alvarez. I thought Pep in the 80th minute would just throw in Alvarez and tell him just go on and attack everything. It would have been very difficult for Newcastle. See, Haaland, Alvarez, two ruthless attackers playing. So it would actually have been difficult. Vinay says this Pep's experiment will give us bad time sometimes. Yes, Vinay, but then I think it's about the percentages, right? I think 2% of the times it gives you bad times, Pep's experiments, but 98% of the times it gives you good times, right? So so I actually think it's worth taking the risk, worth taking the risk because we have a manager who's a generational talent, and I think sometimes these experiments could actually make us win things as well. Pep's experiments have actually, I thought, made us win the last Premier League, made us win Premier Leagues actually. Football fixes, guys. You guys didn't observe. Now, where Haaland has been told to wait in the match. City will play their game. Haaland will get chances. We tried against Liverpool and saw what happened. Exactly, football fix. It's not gonna happen that we will adapt to Haaland. That's never gonna happen. We will adapt to Haaland, but what's never gonna happen is us completely adapting to Haaland. Haaland will be there. Haaland will be there. He will be creating space, but it's not that the service will be through Haaland always. There will be times when I think you should not be surprised if Pep plays a false nine plus a striker system together. I think today it seemed that sort of a system, Haaland the striker and Bernardo or Gundogan the hybrid false nine. You would should not be surprised if Pep comes up with that sort of a system as well. So it will be interesting to see how Pep responds to this because next game is against Crystal Palace, who will be defensively organized, who will be defensively rigid and all. Football teaches Haaland is adapting to us, and we are adapting to Haaland as well. His movement, his runs, and stuff like that. So it will take time, guys. I think it will take time, and the thing is, alarm bells need not ring because like Chelsea, for example, you knew what Chelsea's problems were. They were 3-0 down and had no response. We were in the same position as Chelsea today, right? We were almost 3-1 down. We were 3-1 down, and then we responded and we almost should have won the game. So no alarm bells ringing. We will actually get there. We will actually get the best of Erling Haaland. It's just time. Football Kids says Pep is trying to make Haaland a centre forward like Kane and Benzema. Exactly, Pep is trying. And you saw one ball today, right, which Haaland gave to Kevin De Bruyne. That ball was actually a fantastic ball. It was such a good ball actually. So Haaland has those attributes. What Haaland has to learn here is how do you appreciate the space around you? How do you know which space to get into? His movement, everything is good. I think it's the other side of his play in terms of going into certain other positions, dragging center backs into positions where they do not want to go into. I think Haaland has to learn that side of the game, and learning that side of a game is actually an art, and it takes time for you to work on that. Recognition of space is such a beautiful thing to learn. I think that's why Haaland will take time. I expect him to take at least a month or so. at least to get into the groove and understand the system. But I think to actually see Haaland in the mold of a Kane, in the mold of a Karim Benzema, and all of that, I think it will take at least 1 year under Pep. But that doesn't mean we'll have to not be competitive and all. We can still win things back then, but I think it will take time. The process is not a one time process. This will take time, and once the process is complete, Haaland will be undefendable. Anyways, guys, overall a very good result. Overall, an excellent result, I would say, for us. 3-1 down, we have rescued a point. For me, it's a point gain more than anything else. Newcastle were good. Newcastle were tactically very good. Saint Maxim making those runs well. We responded very well. See, okay, Pep got it wrong. I can pick out 100 negatives today in this show, but the one positive is we didn't lose heart. Where a Chelsea today gave up, we didn't give up. We went on and on. We went on and on. We believed. We believed in the system which Pep changed. Believed in each other, and we came out at the end with a point. So it's actually a very good point, I would say, for us. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me on the show. It was wonderful. The conversations were wonderful. It was, I would say, it was an emotionally roller coaster match. Uh, Seeing each of those Newcastle goals go in, and having those conversations with you all guys, and then seeing us score. The only thing we missed today was that moment where we would just jump up and shout in ecstasy when Haaland scores in 93rd minute or something like that. That was the only thing that was missing. But then Pep, the City team and Pep gave us that moment against Aston Villa last time. So we have had those moments, the last minute winners many times. But wonderful, wonderful point, I would say, for us. Thank you so much, guys, and see you all